second till we get technology ready. As a point of reference, every field goal that Ball State made tonight was made in the paint, except the threes.
Nice.
All right, Coach, congratulations. You please start us off with an opening comment.
Thanks. I love the way we came out of the chute. I loved our tempo. That was something we talked about. We wanted to really play this game fast and force them to play at that speed. When you start looking at the points in the paint and the numbers, it's kind of eye-popping what we were able to do by getting the ball into the paint. And the beauty of it is that's who we are, that's who we practice to be, and our kids did a great job with that part of it. And then you move to the defensive end, what we were able to do there. The job we did on a player we have a ton of respect for in Chatoya Sanders was really impressive. And, you know, you start with Renee and you start with Morgan and the bigs that were matched up with her, but then if you really understand the help that it took, the spacing that we took away from them with what we were doing defensively, really happy to see the way we're executing those game plans. And, you know, it's a locked-in group that understands what it is they have to take and take away. And I thought we did a great job with that. So all in all, really happy with the win. And we got a quick turnaround and head to Indianapolis. So we got to understand what comes with that too.
Coach, so, you know, obviously the points in the paint, I know that's always a big emphasis for you, but what do you think it says that, you know, you guys have scored that many in the paint today?
Yeah, well, it's a real understanding of where our bread's buttered, you know, and we understand what it is we do. And, you know, but more than just throwing it into the post, it was offensive rebounds, it was transition, it was driving it to the rim, you know, and even against the zone, driving it to the rim, right? Remember that one? So, you know, it's just an understanding of, you know, what it is you're trying to accomplish. And these kids have been so coachable starting in the summer with here's what we want to do and here's how we want to do it. They've responded and you know, we had a couple squirrely practices this week that we weren't real happy about, but the good news is we were able to do that, still focus on the plan and really execute it.
Yeah, and then, you know, you talk about offensive rebounds here and rebounding in general, and Destiny here put up a double-double for you guys getting the start for Jill there. So what do you think it says about your team that, you know, you can have someone like Destiny come in and put up those numbers?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it just says we got some talent, you know. When you got a kid like that was coming off the bench, and then when her number's called, she's ready to go. You know, the thing with Des is, you know, like, I think she just wants to play. She just likes to play, and she kind of gets out there and she bubbles with enthusiasm, and she's just kind of always around the ball, and it's a lot of fun to coach her, and I'm sure she thinks it's a lot of fun to be coached by me all the time, and so it's a mutual thing there. But you know, she's just that kind of player that's always around the ball, and a lot of good things happen, and every now and then some things happen that we don't want to have happen, but you kind of take them, you know, just because that's the energy she plays with. So, but, you know, I told them before the game I thought we could go get any offensive rebound we decided to go get, and she took it to heart and went and got a lot of them, and it was a big reason why we were able to dominate that points in the paint battle.
And then Destiny, how fair of an assessment do you think that was?
Pretty fair. I've always been coached by tough coaches, and then coming to this program was nothing different. I really appreciate the time that he puts into coaching me, because I know sometimes I'm not easy to coach, but it's all coming from good heart.
And then, you know, so how do you feel about your performance today? Double-double there.
I feel I did pretty good. My teammates did a great job of getting me open. They did a great job of getting me the ball, and they hyped me up before the game, and I pretty much have to give it all to my teammates because they're the ones who got me the ball and set me up to do what I did.
And then Mo, I think you were the only one that scored any points that weren't in the paint. I think 18 points today, I think is what it says there, right? So, you know, how do you feel that the team did today?
I thought we did great. Like Coach said, getting it into the paint, and that is our bread and butter, if you want to put it that way. So, just, I mean, that's what we do. That's what we have to do, especially when we have Renee and Destiny and then Morgan coming off the bench. Like, we have to get looks inside first, and then I know that they'll kick it back out. So.
And then you had actually both of you had 4 steals today, but I know that pressure is something that Coach Sallee likes putting on a lot. So how big were those steals and forcing all the turnovers you guys did on the defensive end?
I thought it was huge because that getting steals and playing for from our defense to offense always gets us, I think, more excited. Almost, I guess, just playing that way. So.
And then Destiny, same question to you with the steals and the defense there. Again, how big are those turnovers for you guys?
It's really big because we want to get them to turn the ball over, and Coach put me at the top of the blitz, and I'm long, so that's the point of getting those turnovers from them. And I think getting steals and converting it to offense is probably the easiest way to get us hype, and it just gets us going, and it just helps our momentum.
And then, Coach, she mentioned being long there, and I know that's one of the things you always try to recruit for is that length.
Yeah.
And so, with Destiny here, and Carmen's pretty long at the guard too, and I know in the MAC there are some smaller guards.
Yeah.
How big, going forward, how much do you think that's going to help your team?
Well, it's the way we're built. I tell them all the time, we put this together a certain way. We put the length and for a reason. But, if you look at, you got Renee, who's clearly long and tall and everything, and then you put Destiny and Mo and Kaylin. I mean, they've got arms for days, and Carmen's not exactly a slouch either. You put those 4 out there in any type of pressure, it causes some issues. There's no doubt about it. So it's fun to play the way we're playing on the defensive end, and I think they like it. If they didn't think I'd make practice tough, they'd probably tell me they'd rather be in some of that stuff more than sitting down and playing half-court man, But we're always going to center everything we do on that half-court man-to-man. But the length just makes everything easier. And, when they start really understanding the angles of everything we're trying to do, it's even going to get better.
And then, Mo, there was a point out there. You guys were up by 30, and then you were still diving for a couple loose balls there. What's running through your head when that's going on?
I mean, that's who we are. So, to not dive on that, somebody probably should have punched me in the face. Just saying, because that literally is who we are. We do drills where we literally just throw the ball on the ground and you have to dive on it. And if you don't, you're kind of like a sissy about it, pretty much. So.
And then do you think that toughness, not just with diving for balls, do you think that toughness kind of shows itself when those paint numbers show up, the rebound numbers show up?
Yeah, definitely.
And then, Coach, what runs through your mind out there? Because I know that's about also the point where you start pulling the starters.
Mm-hmm.
So what runs through your head when you see that?
I mean, I tell them all the time, you don't play to a scoreboard. You play to the name on the front of your jersey. And she said it. That's who we are. That's what we do. And whether it's the first play of the game or the last play, whether it's up 30, down 30, that's what we do. And if you don't do it, I don't know that I'm going to call you what she said, but I think they're going to get on each other. And that's accountability that we have in the program now. And the culture is set to where she knew if she didn't do that, her teammates are going to be asking her some questions. And so the beauty of it is I don't have to get to her because her teammates will beat me to it. But she did what we do. And, we do it every day in practice. And whether it's a shoot-around, it doesn't matter. That's just what we do. And so I was really proud to see it, but I wasn't shocked because I see it all the time.
And then, one of the things about a game like this with the final score the way it was, you get an extra look at your bench, a few more minutes there. So what did you see off the bench today?
I was really excited about it. That was a plan going in is, I went to Morgan early. I went to Bree earlier than I have. And I went to Aaliyah a little bit earlier, and that was on purpose. We need to start getting those kids out there and throwing them in meaningful minutes, and they've got to understand what it is we're doing. And I was really excited about what I saw out of them, and after Morgan broke a sweat a little bit, she changed some shots of the Sanders kid and did a good job in there against a really good player. And then, of course, Aaliyah, I joked with her after the game, she's got the highest point per minute ratio in the country right now, I think, So it was really fun to see her play. And, Alana went out there and did her thing and crossed a kid over and looked pretty good doing it, So all that is just good for us. And again, the way Bree got it to the rim, I mean, you know, the deeper we can be, the better we're going to be. And I think those kids understand it and they want to deliver. So that's good. We'll throw them back out there some more, and they'll keep getting better and better.
And then Chicago State threw up a lot of threes. Part of that being as far behind it is part of it. I think that's just how they run. So
Yeah.
I know, especially with how teams like Ohio did last year, some of the teams going forward have that outside presence. So how much do you think it helped you guys getting a look at a team that throws up that many?
Well, and here's the thing, they don't want to. In their last game, they shot 8, but we forced them to. And I think that was the beauty of the plan was, and the kids they've got some thick skin when some shots go in. And then we adjusted to number 30 when she hit a few. But the plan was to take Sanders and Allen out and make it really tough for them. One went 2 for 11, one went 2 for 10. And so we had to live with a few kids hitting some outside shots. And then once 30 kind of got a little squirrely on us, we locked her down a little bit, and that's good to see. But that's the way the plan was designed to work, was to make them do something they didn't want to do.
And then, as you mentioned, quick turnaround. You got Scott Butler coming up on Sunday.
Is that who we play? Huh.
Anyway, I know you're not going to too much into it, but how big is it playing those in-state teams for you guys, especially when it comes to recruiting?
Yeah, I mean, we love it. The fans love it. I think our kids love it. I wish more of them would play us, but, we just schedule the ones that say, okay, we'll play you, and we roll from there. So we love the rivalry with Butler. I think they're coached really well. They've got a lot of players that we recruited, and we've got a lot of players they recruited, and, I mean, we know each other. It's going to be a lot of fun, but once that ball goes up, it's just two teams trying to beat each other's brains out, and that's really what it gets reduced to. And hopefully we're the ones doing the beating.
You got anything?
Anything else? All right. Thanks a
All
lot,
right,
ladies.
thanks.
Congratulations. Good luck Sunday, Coach.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
You need some more books
No, I'm good.
for anybody?
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much. See you guys.